Hey guys, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares for Scrap Diva Designs. These are projects using dies from the November release, and they're all Christmas related, super cute. I use the dies in kind of different ways for some of them, so I'm hoping you enjoy. I will show you all the dies that I use, some of the products. All the links will be down below in the description box, as well as my referral link. If you click on that and order, I do get a commission, which doesn't affect your costs, but it does help me and my channel out, and I really appreciate when you guys use that. And don't forget to use my coupon code at checkout at scrapdivadesigns.com. The coupon code is strawberry cream, and you'll save 10%. And thank you again to everyone who uses that too. All right, so let's get started with the first die set, and this one is called the Elf Shoe Mini Album. So cute, right? This one I made into, well, not even a card. I made them into gift card sleeves. So I thought it was like a fun way to use a mini album die. Usually I make cards, but yeah, this is, you know, something for gift giving. So this comes with 3 different dies for the main part. It comes with the outline die, and then a stitched layering die, and then another layering die that's stitched as well that has a little bit more details. It comes with the cuff that's really cute and whimsical. It comes with these really cute jingle bells that cut out separately, so very fun. And then it comes with the binding piece too, or the spine. And I didn't use this, but if you were making it into a card or a mini album, very easy to connect this to each of your pages and then add some binder rings or whatever kind of closure you want, and you have a mini album. So yeah, really fun. I wanted to show you some of the papers that I used as well. I wanted to go vintage with the projects this video, so they'll all be pretty vintagey. I used this paper pad from DCWV called Christmas Carol. It's so beautiful. It's got really nice vintagey looking papers, all sorts of different traditional kind of colors and styles. And there's foiling like it says on the front. This one came out in 2021, so I've had it for a couple years. So whenever I'm in the mood to make a vintage style project, I pull that one out. And then I use this one too. This one is from Michaels. It's called Classic Vintage. This was a hot buy when they used to have those, and this came out in 2019, I believe. So also really pretty vintagey papers. This one is single-sided though, and it does have some glitter, as you can see. All right, so yeah, those are the papers that I used in case you're wondering when I show you the projects. Okay, so like I mentioned, I made these into gift card sleeves. So this is the first one that I made, and I wanted to keep it kind of tonal. This one I made in black and cream. The next one I'll show you is in red and cream. But I used all of those papers, and I used some like brushed metallic silver paper to cut out the jingle bells, and they still looked a little bit too shiny, so I did add some Distress Oxide and Vintage Photo on them. I used Vintage Photo on all of the papers on the edges to age them a little bit. I used all of the layering pieces from the elf shoe dies and the cuff as well. So it comes together so quickly. And the way I made it into a pocket is very simple. I just cut the outline piece out twice, and I glued them together, but I did not add glue onto the very top, so there'd be a pocket. So very easy. So what I did was I added a little tag here at the top, and when you pull it out, it's got a gift card connected to it. So the tag comes from one of those paper sets as well, and I just put a Target gift card at the bottom and used some removable glue dots on the on the back of the tag itself to glue it onto here. And it's not activated, I just took these from Target. So yeah, I added a eyelet here with my crocodile, glued on a piece of ribbon, so that way you kind of know to pull it out for a little gift. And how cute is that, right? And then you can, you know, use this as a tag or a ornament as well. I made some envelopes to go with them too. I made a 6x6 envelope, and this is also some vintage paper. To make envelopes, some people do ask me, I use this, the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board, and you can make envelopes, bows, or boxes with this. And it's cool because when you open it up, you can put in what size card you want to make an envelope for, and it tells you how big to cut the paper and where to punch it on the punch board as well. So very easy. I use that a lot. And yeah, so it's a perfect size for this, even with the tag sticking out. So isn't that cute? Let me measure this for you to give you an idea, of course, without the tag sticking out of the top. So from top to bottom, it's about 4 inches, and side to side, it is about 5.5 or so. So, you know, a nice size for a mini album, for a card, for a gift card envelope like this. And even though it's a whimsical shape, I think you can, you know, it kind of lends itself to any sort of theme you want. I mean, this is a very vintagey theme, obviously, but I think it looks really cute with the elf shoe silhouette too. It kind of makes it just old-fashioned instead of whimsical, you know. So that's the first one I made. The second one I made is very similar. It looks like this. I used red and cream papers, like I mentioned, the same kind of bells. And I also have a Target gift card on this one. So very, very easy, fun to put together, and I think it'll make a really nice present. And that's the back of that one. So they both have some cute paper on the back as well. I thought these were really, really cute, and I do love vintagey kind of things sometimes. All right, let me show you, let me show you the envelope I made for the red one too. So the inside has this red plaid and then this really pretty Christmas tree paper that is foiled for the front. So those are the envelopes I made. They're 6x6 or made for 6x6 cards. Okay, so that's the first project. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, the next one, I didn't put on a sheet yet because it's only one piece, so it went back in the envelope that it came in easily. This is the A2 card front shadow frame. So this makes a nice deep shadow box frame that you can add to the front of an A2 card like it says. It fits perfectly, or you can make it just as like a box to make a shadow, if you want to make like a shadow box. So I did make mine into a card, but I'll show you how to easily make it into just like a standalone frame as well. So this is the one that I made. Again, I went with the vintagey theme. And the paper in the background really inspired the way I made this. This is, the background paper is from Tim Holtz. It's one of Tim's Christmas papers from a couple of years ago. It comes in one of those big packs, you know, like from Joann's. So anyway, that one says world famous candies, and it's got like the stick candies on there. So I figured I would fill it up with some candy shaker bits. And since it's a really deep shadow box frame that it makes, you could put some really big shaker bits, even though this one seems to be getting a little stuck. I'll just have to, well, there we go. All right, so yeah, I could put some of my really, really thick candies in here. And those little gingerbread guys, those are the ones that I just got from Target that I showed at a recent haul. This comes like this, and it's from the Dollar Spot, and they're little foam gingerbread man, just little shapes. So that's what they look like, perfect for a project like this. And then I used other like candy and sparkly kind of clay bits and things like that for the rest of the shaker bits. And the box itself that you make is, like I said, it's deep. It's about, let's see, it's about 1/2 inch deep. And then let's see, side to side, it is about 5 inches by 3 3/4. So an A2 card front is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So as you can see, this is an A2 card behind it. It fits perfectly, and it gives you a little bit of margin on the edges, so you could see the card base as well. These are some poinsettias I made from a die in my stash. I just thought they looked really pretty on the edge. And this Santa comes from a new stamp set that I recently got as well. I'll show you what that comes from. That's from this Simon Hurley stamp set that is called Silly Santas. So I used this one here. And I thought he was really vintagey looking. So I stamped him with some black memento, tuxedo black memento ink, and then just kind of colored him a little bit with some alcohol markers, vintage photo distress oxide, and I used some aqua shimmer from Nuvo. And I also used some Lawn Fawn clear glaze for the belt buckle and for the shoes, just to make them nice and shiny. This is a stamp set that I had in my stash as well, and I just made a little banner to go on the edge of the box. I made a little boo-boo here. It just didn't look like a nice crisp edge for my box, so I just cut this little piece of paper here and glued it on top, and I think it looks nice. It kind of looks intentional there. So if you ever have a mistake, just go and, you know, make it look nice, and no one will know that it was a mistake. So when you open it up, this is what the inside of my card is. Again, this is a stamp from that Simon Hurley set that I just showed you. That's the other side of the Tim Holtz paper that I used for the card base. That's different from that one, but it goes together, I thought. So yeah, those are the that's the idea for this box. And I was thinking whoever I give this to can repurpose the candy bits in there. You could just use it like this and just display it, you know, like a, if you wanted to display it like a shadow box, you could just put it on a card front like this and just prop it up like that. Or you could just make a, you know, put a rectangle behind the shadow box frame and not put it on a card, and that way you'll have a shadow box. So, you know, just cut a rectangle to the right size and there you go. So yeah, isn't that cute? I love how this came out. I think it's really pretty and vintage looking and fun too with the candies inside. So that's my second project, and we have one more to show you. Let me just move these over a little bit so I have some room. Okay, the next set, I used 2 die sets for the next project. The first one is the Branches and Ornament wreath set. So this is so pretty. It comes with, this is the base, it's a circle that's stitched, and then there are these layering circles too that form the prettiest branches. So there's this one that cuts out the branches this way, and then this one which kind of mirrors that. So you can put them together to have all the branches on the bottom, which is what I did, or you can cut them out so it's like a full wreath. I think there are some examples on scrapdiva.com like that. Like I said, I didn't do that. I just have branches at the bottom of mine, and I did make them into ornaments. And then these are layering branches as well. I didn't use all of them, but I used some of them. Depending on how full you want to make your wreath, you can, you know, just cut them out of different colors, the same color, layer them on. Lots of possibilities with that. And you can use them on other projects too. It's always nice to have some extra, you know, foliage dies. So I used that one, and then I used this die too. This is the elf bow, the small version. There's also a medium and a large. So I didn't use the parts that make it look elfy. I just used the regular bow part because it's the perfect size for my project. If you want to make it look like an elf bow, you would add these pieces on top, and there are really cute examples on Scrap Diva Designs on how to turn them into like an elf bow. And I'll probably do that for my next video, but for this one I just made regular bows. So let me show you the ornaments that I made. This is the first one. How cute is that, right? It's more like a ornament gift tag, I was thinking. So again, I used vintage papers, and the bow that I made, isn't that the perfect size? That's that elf bow. I just didn't add the elf decorations. And I did cut out the layering pieces. I cut out one of each and then just staggered them on top of each other. And then I added, I think it was 4 pieces of the standalone branches, and I used different shades of green for the branches just to give it a little dimension. And I fussy cut the inside with this die. Just, you know, it's easy to do that. Just put it over the image that you want and run it through your die cutting machine. And I added a little gingerbread clay heart for the center of the bow. This is a Tim Holtz sentiment that says, "I hear a merry jingling." I thought that went well with the bell design on the inside. And that says, "Glory to God in the highest." And there's some foiling on that. I added an eyelet with my crocodile and some pretty ribbon that I just got from Joann's. Thank you to Anna White, who gave me the idea for that. Hi, Anna, if you're watching. So let me measure this for you. The diameter of the circle itself is, let's see, it's about 2 5/8. And then, you know, of course, it'll depend on how big or how many branch layers you use, but approximately, just to give you an idea of how big mine is, it's almost 4 inches across. You are, measuring the branches that I put in. And I added an extra circle on the back just to make it a little more secure, and another paper so you can write, to and from on there as well. So I think that came out so pretty, and it's going to make a really nice tag / ornament. And then I made another vintage one, but I had to make it pink. I just, making all these projects without pink, I just had to make one pink. So I got out my Stamperia papers, and I think there's some Minte in here as well. So I fussy cut again the inside, and isn't that pretty? I added some aqua shimmer as well. I cut the branches out of like a matte pink pattern paper and then a pink shimmer as well, and then just kind of layered those together. I cut the bow out of some blue glitter paper and added a pink gemmy to the center of that. And then for the tie, I added some like wired pink eyelash trim that I got from Factory Direct Craft last year that Jill Norwood had showed on her channel. Hi Jill, if you're watching. So I love how this one came out too. It makes my pink heart happy. And that's the back of that one. So this will be perfect for my gifts because I am using pink and pastels this year. So I plan on using that for my gifts, and this one maybe I'll use to send out to a crafty friend that isn't really into pink like I am. So both really pretty, different kind of color scheme, but you could do them in any kind you want, any color scheme, any style. All of these projects I think you can make in any kind of style you'd like, whether it's vintage or whimsical or traditional, whatever you want, just to keep being consistent with all the papers and trims you choose, and it'll come out nice. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my referral link will be down below, as well as all the links to the products and my coupon code there too, Strawberry Cream. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon with more crafty videos. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.